Hi friends and fans, it's Michael Pierce from Michael's Health Answers. I'm back for almost the last session with Agnes Knowles of AgnesKnowles.ca. She's helped me out with a new section I call Ask a Woman. So Agnes, you recently received a visit from Stats Canada. Would you share with our audience what you learned from your interviewer during that experience?
Sure, Michael, I'd be pleased to. Just in case any of your viewers are not Canadian, let me explain first of all that Stats Canada is the statistics branch of our federal government. When they choose to collect data on anything at all, if you are chosen as a person to respond, then you are not allowed to say no. So just recently I opened my front door to find a woman from Stats Canada there who was doing a survey on nutrition in Canada. And she wanted to know basically what I had consumed, everything I had consumed the day before, and then I was to keep a log of everything I would consume the following day and just fax that into her. So we came in and sat down at my kitchen table, and I began with, of course, that first luxurious cup of coffee in the morning and proceeded to recount to her everything I had consumed the previous day. As we got through the day, of course, I came to the time when I took my Medi-Cal, and she looked at me and said, like, what is that? I need to know what's in it. So I went and got the box off the counter and put on my very best reading glasses, because you know how small some of that print is. And she looked at the box and she said, oh, wait a minute, you don't need to tell me what's in it. It's got an NPN number. I had never heard of an NPN number before, but apparently what it means is that it's recognized by Health Canada, which meant all she had to do was plug in the NPN number into her computer, and that food would be listed as part of my daily intake. It was as simple as that. So it was really nice for me to realize that something that I was consuming, in addition to the regular obvious food that's on my plate, was recognized by Health Canada. And yeah, it was really nice just finding that out, and it makes me feel even more confident now in the product.
Hey, thank you for being so open and sharing with your personal story. It really helps people to understand that the government knows about this stuff, and they actually know that it's good for us because of that NPN number that you learned about from the Stats Canada representative. So thank you again for sharing your story. So Agnes, the question is, did you know what an NPN number was before you had this phone call with the Stats Can people?
No, as I say, I'd never even heard of it before. Although interestingly enough now, if I'm buying something else, like for example, the other day I was buying new multivitamins, I made sure they had an NPN number on it. And so it's just a benchmark, I think, for me, that it's recognized by Health Canada. And while that may not be the be-all and end-all, it is certainly a really good framework for anything that I'm consuming. So yeah, now I know what an NPN number is.
Do you know why an NPN is so unique and important?
No, prior to telling you this story a few weeks ago, as I said, I'd never heard of it, but you know, you did a really good job of explaining sort of how a product gets an NPN number, and that was a great video. I'm thinking that we should put the link to that video in the description below, and then, I mean, if you want to explain it right now, but probably you probably just want to put it in the link below, because that was a great video and you did a really good job of explaining what the NPN means, why it's important, and what Immunical had to do to jump through all the hoops to get an NPN number. So hopefully that'll work for your viewers.
I'm so glad that we had the chance to explain this to our audience, because I'll tell you, I don't always know what questions to answer or what's important when people need to understand the basics so they can move forward and take action to improve their health. So thank you for helping my fans understand what we do and why it works.